Alright, so the next thing is we'll learn how to add titles and text into our video clip. So for example, assuming I have this video clip and I'm working on it, I want to bring in some text to make it look and appear professional. All I need to do is to come to the titles over here. You can come to the titles and you have a number of titles. You can check on the defaults. You have different kind of titles. You can have your title over here, and as you hover over it, you'll be able to see what the title does and what it is, and you'll be able to download. If you are looking for an opener, you can see an opener title, this opener title as well, and this opener title, you can see a number of them, title 11, title 10. You can see different kind of titles. You can easily select and drag and drop a title, and these are the very default ones. So let's just work with the default one a little bit. So let's say we have this one. I want this opener title to just drag and drop it here. So assuming I select my entire clip, excluding this one, and I move them away. So I have only my opener title, so you can just select and then you can double click on it to have the features or the properties enabled. You can see the different kind of components of the title. Okay, you have text here. You can select, double click inside, and you can highlight everything, and you say welcome to my channel. You can select and reduce the sizing. You have a bunch of controls like the sizing. You have, this is 80, you can make it 50. All right, you can see, you can have it, maybe 50 is too small. I can increase it to maybe 60 would be good. 60. All right, then we have the title over here, your text over here. So for example, I may want to put something like Epic Mentorship. Okay, so you can see you can do all the basic editing from here. So you have the bunch of controls, like you can have basic control in terms of, you can change the different kind of font style. You can see as you hover over any font style, you can see the preview on the preview panel. You can see you can change anything. You can change the sizing over here. You can change the sizing accordingly. You can bold anything. You can italize anything. You can change it to vertical. You can change the vertical if you want. You can change the right to vertical, or you can click to bring it back to horizontal. You can bold it. You can italize it. You can do justification. You can justify, normal justify. You can justify align left, align right, align center. You can all do this from here, and you can change the coloration from here as well. You have a bunch of controls. You can come to more also and see more other control in terms of color features. You can enable, and you can move around and see what color fits in your content, to be able to select exactly the color that works for you or works with your brand. You can easily select that, and once you release, you can see it has taken that effect and that color. Now, for example, at this point, you can double click, you select everything, and I don't want it to be italicized. I want it to appear normal, and maybe there are other presets as well down here. You can check on any of them, and you can just assign it to yours. You can just click on this small arrow to see many more features. You can select on these, for example. And once you click out, you'll be able to see welcome to my channel. So this is the basic one and the default ones. You can customize them to your liking accordingly. Play around with the coloration, play around with the basic editing features in terms of text. Okay, welcome to my channel, Epic Mentorship. Please remember to subscribe. Something like that. And once you're done, you're comfortable with what you have, and you can just go ahead and click on OK to select and accept all the changes you have made. Or you can go to advanced and do other features as well. So you can come to advanced. Once you click on advanced, this brings you to the main advanced tab where you can do many more advanced things. So for example, you can have the text editing features over here. You can add text box and do other things. You can bring in different kind of shapes. If you want to bring in shapes into the timeline, you can bring in circles, or you can add text within the circle, or you can delete the text if you want, depending. You can resize it, you can make it bigger or make it smaller depending on what you want and what content you're creating. You can also add photos within your computer. You can just go ahead, download, or you can navigate to wherever you have those photos, and you can just go ahead, select a photo and import directly into the media. Okay, so you can see it. You can decide to make it smaller so you can fit to whatever you want. For example, I want it to fit something like this, the 20-second rule, which is a video I made recently in animation. So you can delete a feature. You can play around with the other features like the font style, the font size. You can do the bolding, italicizing, and all the other features from here. You can check out the presets. There are a lot of presets that you can work with here, and you can see in terms of the opacity, gradient, the coloration, the features, and the text. Also, you have access to it directly from here. You can check out presets like we've explained, or all the preset features. You can see them over here. And by selecting, you just apply the features directly, or you can customize, just like we've explained. You can play around with the opacity, the coloration, the position of the text, the blur effect, and the angle of the text. And down here, you have other features like the outline features. You can play around with different outline and the coloration. You can drop shadow if you want, and then you can save this as a custom setting. If you do all the basic editing and you're certain you like what you see and you like what you are working with, you can always save it as a preset. Okay, so just click and you can have my text one, or you can make it my text _ Rashid. You can just click on this and you can save. And anytime you want to bring back something like that, you can just go ahead with the preset. You can just import without you doing all this again, doing all the changing of the text sizing, the text font style, and the coloration, drop shadow effect. You don't have to redo all this at the next time. So you just use it from your preset. And then you have animations. There are a bunch of animations which I will show you how to use, and you can add them directly into the text. You can just hover over and you'll be able to see the features. Okay, you can just hover over and you see the features, and once you click on this, it's going to be applied into your text, and you can see it right now. It's been applied. You have string blur, you can see, and you have this other one, and this is random. You can select and you can have your text appear in random features. And once you're done, you're starting with what you have, you are comfortable with what you see and everything, you can just go ahead and click on OK, and this feature becomes part of your text that you've just added. This is how to bring in text and do basic editing and even do advanced editing in the Filmora 12. If you want to add any kind of subtitles, like I've explained earlier, you can come to this letter T. You have subtitles and you have quick 3D text if you want to have access to all that. And additionally, you come to text. Let's go back to text. I want to show you something. So you can go ahead and check out the custom text, and you can the ones that you've customized. You can have openers. You can have titles if you want. You can check on titles. They are classified into lower thirds. If you want to add lower thirds, you want to have subtitles also, like you've just explained. We have end credits. You want to give end credits to any movie. You can see, add names of all the people that are featured in the movie. You can do all this. You have new concepts. Okay, if you want to add new concepts, you can bring in different kind of concepts. All you need is just to navigate around, download that feature, and then just import it into your timeline, and then continue with your editing. And believe me, they're exceptionally great and useful and nice, and they can make your video appear very, very professional. So to give it a try, I think that does it for this tutorial on how to add text and titles. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.